Gentlemanly fragrances. What is my definition of a gentlemanly type of fragrance? Well, it's a fragrance that, one, smells masculine. Two, it's not too strong, it's not too overpowering, but it is still very sexy, confident, easy to wear, but it doesn't just radiate and project for miles. So I managed to find 6 or 7 or 8 of them in my collection that I think are perfect for that occasion. If you want to know what they are, meet me on the other side of this short intro and we're going to get right into it. I'll see you in just a second. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion for you. You know how we do it here on the channel. What are we going to talk about? Well, fragrances that are gentlemanly. That's the term, gentlemanly. What is a gentlemanly fragrance? I touched on it a little bit in the intro. In my opinion, it's a fragrance that's just, again, it smells masculine, performs decently, has a good scent profile to it, but it's not the most mass appealing fragrance. It still smells good, gets the job done, whether you're on a job interview, date, little audition, anything, etc., etc., etc. So let me drop it down just a little bit right there. That's good. Anyway, and before we get into this video, I need a listen from like, share, sub if you don't mind, and then after you've done all that, hit the icon bell so that every time I upload a video, you'll be one of the first to know and you can come to the top. Y'all ready? Let's get it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with one honorable mention. Let's get the honorable mention out of the way first. This is a fragrance that I absolutely love. I think it smells good. It's a cheapie. It comes in around $15. Oh, I should say none of these are niche. One of them may be hard for you to get your hands on, but it's still not a niche fragrance. It's still designer. But yeah, the honorable mention is from the house of Realm. It is Inner Realm, and I've mentioned this fragrance a couple of times on this channel. Very sweet, gourmandy, easy to wear type of scent. I think perfect for a daytime, whether it's a summer night, date or audition, or it's winter time. I just think it's a light, fresh, easy to wear, sweet, gourmandy, very modern, but not necessarily mass appealing type of fragrance. May put you in the mind of something from Dolce Gabbana or YSL. Nonetheless, great smelling fragrance, and it is the honorable mention, and it is Inter Realm. And for $14, you'd be hard pressed to beat that fragrance. It just smells good for the price that you pay for it. Where do I start next? Let's get this one out of the way. It has to be a gentlemanly fragrance because it has gentleman in the name, and it is from the house of Givenchy, and it is Gentlemen's EDP Boise. Oh man, and again, this one, to me, to my nose, I pick up on just a hint of leather, some sweetness in there, some spice, a little bit of gourmand. It's almost like it wants to go a little bit oody, but then it doesn't. But what it is a really good smelling fragrance. I could see like a CEO of a company wearing this type of scent. I could see me going to a job interview, definitely audition approved, definitely would wear this on an audition. Anything where you had to dress up just a little bit, but not too dressy, maybe a nice pair of slacks, some shoes, and maybe a sweater, or a nice button up or button down, whichever you call it, or even a polo. I don't think this is, as my boy Goldie would say, hooping shorts, t-shirt, man. This is not a hooping shorts type of fragrance. It's just not. It's a little bit dressy, but it's not so dressy that you feel like you have to have on a tuxedo to wear this. I mean, you can wear it with absolutely anything for any occasion. Now, me personally, again, the occasions that I see myself wearing it, a little audition, maybe a job interview, maybe even to church, or just anything along those lines. Something where you want to dress a little bit, but you're not in your tuxedo or your three-piece suit or whatever. But it does smell good. It does have just a little bit of a leathery nuance mixed in with some sweetness and some spices. I absolutely love this fragrance. Givenchy's Gentlemen Parfum Boise. I have to make sure I got all the names in there right. This next one, to me, is one that gets overlooked a lot. And it's from a house. I love this house. Every time I talk about this house, the topic comes up, niche, designer, it doesn't matter. Well, the one thing we need to agree on is that this house makes some really good fragrances. The house is Lalique. The scent is Linsubi. And this one, oh man, is a very masculine, great atomizer there. The thing sprays a nice little mist. Gorgeous bottle as well. What you have with this one, again, it's a very sophisticated scent. For the price that you're going to pay with this, you get a very sophisticated fragrance. I absolutely love it. Not the run-of-the-mill juice here, whether it's niche, designer, who cares? It smells fantastic. How I would wear this one, I think I would polo and jeans this one. Again, definitely could easily be worn on a special occasion, an anniversary dinner with your wife, definitely a job interview, any event that you would have to do where you gotta kind of be grown manish about it, you know what I mean? But you don't want to go in there and smell like Sauvage. Nothing wrong with Sav. I like Sauvage. It's a good smelling fragrance. 1 million or something that's mass appealing and super popular. You want to stand out a little bit, I think this one would do the trick because it has enough masculinity in it to where it's not going to be confused with some of the unisex fragrances, but then at the same time it's different enough to where you're going to stand out and be a little bit bold, a little bit daring. Absolutely love this fragrance from the house of Lalique. It is lit. So, and again, it's not one of those that is going to project from the time you pull up in the parking lot. When people walk by you with this one on, they're going to get whiffs and they're going to be, that's different. That smells good. What is that? And you can tell them it's a niche-ish fragrance, Lalique. Huh? And so, that just smells good. That just smells good. Very gentlemanly, debonair. I'll throw that word in there too. It's not something that you're going to find a lot of top tier reviewers talking about or even wearing. You know, it's not that mass appealing, but I do see this getting compliments, especially if you done went to your little audition, you know what I'm saying? You took it down to the Sizzler. Maybe y'all know y'all going to the Pick and Flicks or whatever you call it, and you want to watch a little movie. And then, going back, trying to, what grown folks do. But anyway, I definitely think this was along the neckline, and she came in for that hugs or whatever. I definitely think this would invoke some butterflies. I just do. I just think it's a sexy, masculine, but at the same time very laid back but confident type of fragrance. I like that. That's really good. A little bit of sweetness in there with some woods. Man, just try it. Trust me. Listen to me now. Believe me later on. Get this one in your collection. Lalique Linsubi. Now let's go back to Givenchy, okay? It has it in the name. So it's got to be made for gentlemen, right? It's got to be a gentlemanly fragrance because it has it in the name. Gentlemen Only by Givenchy. Now this is one that I think is perfect for this time of the year. It's hot. Days are still pretty long. You definitely could wear this in the evening time. To me, it says more of a daytime. It has more of a daytime type of vibe to it. That's around the time I think I would wear this one. Not necessarily that it's a running errands type of scent, but it does have this freshness and easiness to it that just, to me, to my nose, just comes across as it's a little more dressed up than Givenchy Gentlemen cologne. but a little less dressed up than the one I previously mentioned, which was Givenchy's Gentlemen Parfum Boise. A little less than this, but a little more than the cologne, if that makes any sense. Definitely would keep this one super, super casual. Again, maybe you got to go on a job interview or business meeting or whatever, but it's a casual. Y'all just going to have drinks or whatever to discuss a proposal or something. I definitely think this is one that would get the job done. Very light, very fresh, but at the same time, you're going to smell really, really nice. Again, it's not a mass appealing fragrance at all, but it does smell really good. Givenchy's Gentlemen only. And of course, my battery is getting low, but that's fine. Givenchy's Gentlemen. I really like this one. Now that's all from Givenchy, I promise you. This next one, oh boy. To me, it's the definition of a masculine fragrance, and it's from the house of Cartier, and it is Pasha. Is it Pasha or Pasha? Pasha. Pasha de Cartier. Let me give myself a hint of this one. This is my boy Sam's, one of his favorite lines. Now this one, be careful with your sprays of this one. It's a little strong. It's a little strong. It's a little old school, but at the same time, it's still masculine. It's made by Cartier. Everything Cartier makes is pretty high end, pretty good, and their fragrances smell good. I'm not sure why this house doesn't get a lot of love. Now, this one to me does, to my nose, comes across as evening or cool weather. This is not one I would necessarily want to reach for in the hottest part of the day. Though you could, you would just need to be mindful of your sprays and not go crazy with it, not go ham. Keep your sprays down, and I think you would be just fine with this one. But definitely more dressy. Definitely, to me, suit and tie. To me, maybe even a nice sweater or jeans, a nice button down, and a blazer or a jacket, a sports coat, whatever you call them. But you know what I'm talking about, suit jacket. I think you would be just fine with that. And it does come across as really masculine, really mature. But at the same time, it doesn't come across in any shape, form, or fashion as a cheap or inexpensive fragrance. I would imagine that somebody would think you had on a really, really expensive fragrance if they got a whiff of this. Is it sexy or romantic? It's sexy, not necessarily the most romantic type of fragrance. It's not one I think I would wear on a date unless it was somebody that I've been dating for a while, on down the road. First, second, third date, I wouldn't wear it. It just may come across as a little bit too aggressive, which is why you have to temper your sprays on it. But the scent profile, in my opinion, is definitely one that I would consider a classy gentleman. Just saying, it simply put, it smells like money. That's just the best way to put it. To my opinion, in my opinion, to my nose, this smells like money. Partial de Cartier. All right, how many more I got? I got 3 more. This next one is one I have not had in my collection very long. It is probably the hardest to come across on this list, but you can do it. It is easy. It's not easy. It is obtainable. I'm getting whiffs of something. I think it's that. It is. It's that. Oh my gosh. It's that Linsumi. I'm getting whiffs of that, man. That sweetness, that coffee is coming to the top of that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Man. As I moved, I don't know if it heated up on my skin or what, but I got a whiff of this. Man. Whew. Banger right there. Man. Okay, I got sidetracked. Alright, back to what I was doing. From the house of Dolce Gabbana, it is Luminous Nights. And I have to ship my decanter off to my winner. I must have set it over there. But this one, a fruity, oody type of scent. The fruitiness in it gives it a certain freshness and a certain playfulness, but the oud gives it some masculinity. It just makes it, to me, a great masculine, gentlemanly type of fragrance. The longevity and projection on it is pretty good. It's not beast mode, but it hangs around a lot longer than you expect it to, especially if you hit yourself on your shirt, back of your shirt, or the middle of your chest with this and get some of this on your clothing. You'll find that it sticks around a while. And it just has a nice, rich, Middle Eastern vibe to it, with again some oud and some fruit, and I happen to like it. I think this is a 4-season type of fragrance: winter, summer, spring, or fall, daytime or night. Definitely would wear it on an addition. You know, if I'm trying to upgrade it from the Sizzler or whatever. You know, maybe we started at the Waffle House, upgraded to the Sizzler, whatever. IHOP, you know, what's the other one? Huddle House, whatever. I think this fragrance would be just fine. All seriousness, I don't take dates to the Huddle House or the Sizzler. But anyway, just saying, whatever you decide to do, I think this fragrance would be appropriate. Again, I would not overdress this one. I would keep this one a little casual. Again, maybe, you know, a nice polo shirt and some jeans or something. You could suit and tie it. Personally, I wouldn't. I think it's a little too playful for that, but you could, especially if you know, one of those guys that likes to wear, like myself. I love pastel colors. I'll put on anything, pink, yellow, I do not care. Maybe some nice khakis and a nice pink polo. I think that would be perfect for this type of fragrance, because it's playful, but again, the key word here is it's gentlemanly and definitely has some masculinity, but it's not so loud and so aggressive that it's going to, you know, push anybody away from you, or, you know, because let's think about it. If you're in the middle of a business meeting and you walk in, of course you want people to smell your fragrance and think it's nice, but you don't want people to be sniffing and coughing the whole meeting. Or if you're on a date, you want them to smell you and enjoy, you know, smelling you, but you don't want it to be so strong that it's pushing them away. Like, you know, they're like, you know, you want them to be comfortable when they come in for the calls. You know what I mean? So, that Lalique smells good, y'all. That's beautiful. And so does the Givenchy that I sprayed right here, the Gentlemen Parfum. Yeah, it smells good too. So far, the ones that I've sprayed on, those are the two that are just kind of separate themselves from the pack. But I did not spray this on. But nonetheless, beautiful little scent here. Again, keep it casual. I think you'll be just fine with this one if you have it in your collection. If you can find it, that's definitely one I think you should get before the supplies start to dwindle. This next one, to me, is just the definition of a sexy fragrance, the definition of a masculine fragrance, the definition of just a gentlemanly fragrance, and it is from the house of Chanel, and it is Chanel Allure Home. And I love this fragrance. It's just got that it to it. It is probably the more mass appealing fragrance on this list, but it's mass appealing in a good way. Again, when you come through with this one on, whether it's the winter, summer, spring, or fall, day or night, when you walk through there with this one, if you're dressed appropriately, you're gonna turn some heads. You're gonna turn some heads. They're gonna make comments like, somebody smells good. And it's gonna be me, baby, with this Chanel Allure Home. Great smelling fragrance. Again, it's not so strong that it's gonna make people go, but it smells good enough to where it's gonna catch some attention. And yeah, that's what you're gonna get with this one, Chanel Allure. I also have Chanel Allure Home Sport and Chanel, what is it, Hue Extreme. I think the one I'm missing is Blanche, Edition Blanche, which I'll eventually add. But again, beautiful, beautiful, sexy, masculine, romantic type of scent. Again, with this one, you could definitely suit and tie it. I like to keep it super casual with fragrances like this. Nice polo and jeans. That's me. That's my wheelhouse. That's what I like. Nice little timepiece, hair stuff freshly trimmed up. But again, this is a fragrance that you could definitely suit and tie it. definitely wedding approved, business luncheon, whatever you got to go do. I think this is gentlemanly enough to pull it off, but at the same time, it smells good enough to where people would definitely enjoy you and want to know what is that you're wearing. Chanel, Allure. Last but definitely not least, this one may surprise you that it's on the list, but no list of gentlemanly fragrances will be complete without a Prada product. Now, Prada L'Homme and Prada L'Homme Intense are definitely gentlemanly fragrances. They really, really are, especially Intense. Prada L'Homme with that iris and that cleanliness, the way that it smells, you just smell like you just took a shower before you came in. But I didn't go with that one because I don't have Prada L'Homme, I have Intense. But the one I went with in Prada Black is one of my favorite fragrances. When I wear Prada Black, I ain't going to a meeting. I'm not going to a meeting when I got Prada Black. I'm doing something I ain't supposed to be doing. Next, but anyway, Prada Luna Rosa Sport. I think this one is a good, gentlemanly fragrance in just the right way. Find a spot to spray here. It's got that powdery, fougere. Yes, that smells really, really good. You're gonna have to be careful with your sprays on this one. But again, this is a gentlemanly list and a masculine list, all combined into one. So why did this one make the list? Because it checks all the boxes. It's masculine, okay? It's soft, it's gentlemanly, meaning it's not gonna offend anybody. But again, you do smell like a man, but it's not such a mass appealing blue ambroxany type of scent. This is one that I don't hear people talk about anymore. But yet, and still, it is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It just, to me, again, smells clean, and it's one that I can wear winter, summer, spring, fall. I can wear it if my job calls and says, hey, we're having a meeting today, we need you to come in. I can wear this. If my boy Vale says, hey, I need to meet with you about such and such and such and such, we gotta do such and such and such, okay, I can wear this no matter what. Or, little Tenderoni called me and say, I sure wish I had some Sizzler right about now. So I can wear this no matter what I got going on, whether it's a business meeting or an audition, I'm going to hang out with the boys to shoot some pool and watch some football. Whatever we're going to do, any occasion, winter, summer, spring, or fall, I can wear this fragrance. People are going to think I smell nice. People are going to think you smell nice. It's not going to be too strong, not too overpowering. It's going to fit right in there where you need it to fit. And you're going to smell good. Everybody's going to be happy. Everybody. And the most important thing is you're going to smell good. You're going to smell masculine. But you're not going to smell so strong that it's going to push people off or offend people. Because some people are offended by strong smelling fragrances. I don't know. Yeah, that smells good. Anyway, that is it, guys. That has been 7 fragrances from my collection, plus one honorable mention that I think are great fragrances for the gentlemen, that are very masculine, but at the same time, gentlemanly fragrances. I'm gonna smell this Lanzuni one more time. That's nice. That's nice. Now it's getting a little sweet and a little earthy. That's nice. Yeah, buddy. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna get off here now. Edit it, thumbnail it, get it up so you guys can see it. Also, tell me what your gentlemanly fragrances are. Let me know what you got that you think is a good gentlemanly fragrance to go on a little audition or maybe a little job interview. Because before you get, I say a lot of y'all gonna be familiar with this little saying. I do this a lot on my little TikToks and my Instagram. First, you gotta get to that bag, then you gotta get to that swag. But you gotta get to that bag first. So, it is what it is. But anyway, guys, we'll get off of here, thumbnail it, edit it so you guys can see it. I hope you all are having a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Just one day closer to hump day and the weekend and the start of football season. We can start counting those days down now. But anyway, I thank you all for truly being the best part of this channel. Always be active in the comment section. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Be sure to like and share this video. And again, thank you all for being the best part of this channel. It means the world to me. And I love you all, and God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.